So good afternoon. I just want to thank everybody for being here to see what's going on in Columbus. Whenever there's a group gathered together, you know that there's somebody in that group that's been affected by breast cancer. And we certainly have some of our own family members that have been, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But we know that our community suffers from this scourge, if you will, this disease that we need to cure. And every little thing that we can do to bring attention to curing cancer and how it affects so many lives is something that the Division of Police historically has been known to take care and protect our community. So we try to do our part. Every year when the march and the run happens for Komen, we try to support that as best we can, and not just blocking streets and making sure people go in the right direction, but engaging in it. And you'll see the pink shirts, the pink, something going on with our officers engaged in the event itself. And I think that shows you how engaged our officers are in trying to help our community. We've been doing that with the race for 25 years now, and we've enjoyed each year being a big part of that. So I want everybody to understand that what's happened here with this unveiling is really important to us because it shows our commitment. And there are a lot of people that were involved in this project, and I want to thank all of them. I don't have all of their names, but I'm sure that Lieutenant Hughes will be assisting in that. This was a joint effort by a lot of different people in the city who care very deeply about our community. So with that said, I'm going to let Katie Carter come up and talk about Komen and the big plans that we have for this weekend, and then we'll get to the unveiling itself. So Katie Carter, come on up.
Thank you, Chief, very much. Again, my name is Katie Carter, and I'm the Executive Director of Susan G. Komen. I've been with Komen almost 17 years. This will be our 25th Race for the Cure. And I have had the distinct honor of working with the best police department in the country, our Columbus Police Department. And I want to just thank Chief Jacobs, Lieutenant Barth, who's been there since the beginning at the 25 years, and Lieutenant Hughes, and for the entire department for their continued work and support of Komen Columbus. We couldn't be the largest race for the cure in the country without you, so thank you so much. Not only do you help us plan and execute the largest race, but it's also enjoyable for us to see the other side of you. Directing traffic and making sure that everything goes smoothly is an important part, but also that the fact that you wear pink boas and paint your hats pink and wear pink wigs shows us the solidarity that you have with us, and we are so fortunate to have that support. This Cure One Cruiser is just another example of the support that you show us and our support and mission to end breast cancer forever. Again, I want to thank the police and for their support of Pat. I know that she is going through a lot right now, and we just are so thankful that you're here and that they continue to support you, and we at Komen share that same commitment to supporting you and as you go through this. I know it's a very emotional day for all of us on the 25th, but it's also a day of celebration and support. So again, thank you to the department and the best department in the country, the Columbus Police Department. And we really appreciate and look forward to seeing Cure One on race day.
Good afternoon. My name is Lieutenant Dave Hughes, H-U-G-H-E-S. I'd like to thank Chief Jacobs, Komen Columbus, and for you all coming out today. It is an honor to be here, and we are tickled pink at CPD for the 25th anniversary of Race for the Cure. I see Lieutenant Carl Barth standing there, and I'm sure he planned the first Race for the Cure more than 25 years ago, and we're honored to have him here today to share in this special occasion. Komen and CPD have been partners from the get-go, and as you've heard before, we work very well together. Recently, one of our employees, Patricia J. Temple, Pat, raise your hand. I call her by her full name. She is our police department photography supervisor, and she has a personal connection and is our 2017 Columbus Police Department honoree. We are here to support her during this fight, as no one fights this horrible disease alone. Pat would be happy to share her personal story immediately following this press conference. Another local breast cancer survivor and police supporter is Mrs. Kelly Sherman. There's Kelly. She's also here today celebrating her second year in remission of breast cancer. Mrs. Sherman will be lending her assistance to Pat during her fight and will keep providing the necessary community motivation and support. CPD wanted to show Pat and Kelly, their families, and the rest of the breast cancer survivors and women fighting this disease that we support them every step of the way. We have partnered with Komen Columbus, the Columbus Public Service Department, Columbus Public Health, Columbus Traffic Engineering, Columbus Fleet Management, Columbus Department of Finance, and several of our police vendors to help us promote the early prevention and detection of breast cancer. Columbus Police Supervisor Mr. Eric Vole and his staff quickly began making plans on how to properly decal a Columbus Police Cruiser for the upcoming Race for the Cure. What you're about to see is a project that was done with the cooperation of several local businesses who donated their police equipment, time, talents to CPD for helping with our fight. These businesses are Power Public Safety. I have Tom Power back there. The Wheeling Corporation, Mr. Scott Holstein and Associates, AGI, and Tiger Tough. I would like to also mention some individual names that made this possible with their hard work, dedication to the cause. From Fleet, Mr. Kelly Reagan, Mr. John King, see him back there, Mr. Eric Vole, Scott Frank, Ron Steele, Keith Gerhardt, who by the way was on vacation this week and came in especially to make sure this project was done properly, Jerry Solomons, and Jay Parks. From Columbus Traffic and Engineering, who helped design the decals and print them for us, would be Mark Powers and Keith Wells. From our vendors, I mentioned them before, Travis Watson, another employee of Power Public Safety. From CPD, Chad Folk, Commander Mark Gardner, Deputy Chief Gary Dunlap, and Chief Kim Jacobs for their support of this project. CPD will be rolling out this Cure One Cruiser on Saturday morning as one of the leading police race vehicles. And we have affectionately named her Madame Curie. Madame Marie Curie was a scientist and the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in 1903. She used radioactivity of radium to offer a means by which cancer could be successfully attacked. We will be using the hashtag CPDTickledPink for our social media postings, and we'll make the Cure One Cruiser available for photos before and after the race, whoever would like. Leading the racers in Cure One Cruiser will be Ms. Patricia Temple and Mrs. Kelly Sherman. We hope that this cooperative endeavor will motivate breast cancer fighters and their family members to know that you're not alone in this fight. I would like to make mention that several years ago, retired Commander Mary Mathias at the end, raise your hand, Commander, and Detective Heather Collins, Heather, raise your hand, started up a CPD group called Cops for the Cure. And several of those members are here with us today to show their support and will be racing in Saturday's race. Lastly, I would like to thank my 8-year-old daughter, Julia Hughes, who painted the Chiefs hat and my hat with acrylic glue and glitter glue. I think she did a pretty good job. We'll be here today as long as you like to show off this cruiser. You know, CPD has been known to fight crime in our community, and now we like to take this fight against cancer, as this disease steals too many of our members of our community every day. Thank you again for coming today and helping support this noble cause. Without further ado, I would like to ask our members of Fleet Management to please move that bus and reveal Cure One to us now. Everybody ready? Present to you Cure One Cruiser. The decals are reflective just like our current cruisers, using a different color pattern. The light bar is, of course, pink to match the other white. We made all the lights white, and AGI through PAR and Holstein Associates was able to wrap our light bars so the pink would emanate. In the front, they've wrapped the headlights, so you have a film over the headlights that also gives us more pink. And the seat covers are pink, of course, and pretty much everything else. So please walk around. We can stick around and we can give you some rides if you want. You want some more beef footage. But we're just very excited about this, and we thank you all for coming today. Appreciate it.